Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about AWS Security Agent. So it's in a preview. So basically it is for proactively securing your application throughout the development lifecycle. So this is basically a frontier agent that will proactively secure your applications throughout the development lifecycle across all your environments. So basically it conducts like an automated security review. So I will showcase you how we can utilize this. Basically, it will be having three major use cases, like the any design security reviews. If you have certain design that need to be reviewed, then code security reviews and the penetration testing. So I will show you all three of them. I think I'll be able to showcase you two of them. So penetration testing, if you have a some domain, you can do it. I will show you if you have already registered Route 53, some domain is there already in your account, so you can validate basically, and then you can do that penetration testing. So we will like basically this is an agent that performs on demand. This testing we can discover and report those security risks. So basically this will help the applications to like match the development velocity while providing like comprehensive security coverage. So we can integrate, as I mentioned, in the design at the code and as well as the penetration testing. So it will help you to prevent vulnerabilities at the early development lifecycle. So it's a proactive approach. So we can have certain guidance, some rules being set up that we need to follow, and then we can even go through those design security reviews. So all those things we can do it in this. So let's start. So I'll just showcase you a small demo. So I'll be using a GitHub. I already have one project over there. So I have a repo over there, making sure it is a private, then only you can do this demo. So let me go to the screen, then I will show you. So you can search over here, AWS Security Agent. You can see I recently used this security agent over here. So we can go into this. So making sure you have some project ready. So already have this, a private repo. So this is the same example that we use for a signed PDF. So I'm using this. I have just made it private for the demo purpose. So otherwise I will make it public again. So in this one, we have only the master branch. So I will show you what are the key things that we need to configure it up. So let's set up a AWS security agent over here. So let's name it as my security agent. Okay, so you can add some description over here. So here, I just want to make it IAM access only. I don't want to have the single sign-on with IAM identity center. And also this is a basic setup that I need to have it. So we don't require this SSO capabilities. So we can explore that part, but for this demo, I'm not doing that. So set up a security agent. So once you have set up over here, you can see the My Security Agent comes over here. Now, for performing all the things, we need to create a space. So we'll click on this Create Agent space. So my space. So then create. So you can see design review ready, code review, we need to set it up. So all these things you can, if you click on the start in a web app, so basically it is a web portal. So where you can review all the things in this web interface. So you can see design reviews, resources that we have. So we haven't added anything for design reviews. We haven't added anything for penetration test. So let me go back over here. So these things we need to enable it. So you can see web app, design review, nothing is there. Another important thing over here, we have the enable security requirements. So if you want to manage any one of this, these are by default this in a design, what are the things that they needed. So these are by default security requirements like logging practices, authentication best practices. So it will evaluate your diagram in the JPG or PDF. So it will give you recommendations. So when you go to the code review, so we can see over here, complete registering your GitHub account. So I'll just click over here. So we need to install and authorize. So that plugin will be installed. So it went to here. So I have already installed it. So yesterday I have installed it. So we can select over here. So it's already selected. So if you haven't selected, you can see I have selected already one repo. So that's it. So if you're doing it for the first time, you need to do it and you need to save it. So we have the read and write access. So if you remove it, you need to select your repo and make it sure your repo is private. Then only you can enable this. So let me go back over here. So it's already enabled for me. So if you are not, you can enable this. Okay. So let me check. Oh, let me remove this one. Let me add again. Or let me do one thing. Let me uninstall it so we can perform that operation again. So I can showcase you from the beginning. Okay, that's it. So I'm revoking this. Okay, so that's it. I'm going back to this one. Now I will click install and authorize. It will open me the page. So you can see I will only select the repo. Make sure it is a private repo. So we are giving read access and then install read and write. So whenever we make a pull request, so it will give you all the details. So registration name, let's say GT simple PDF, and GitHub account, it's a user account. Okay, let's connect. So this is just a one-time activity that we need to make it. So we have the integration for the code review being done over here. Now, when you go to the agent space, so that is the my space. So we can enable the code review for this and next. So it will load your repo. So you can see we need to select it over here. Next, that's it. Now we need to choose from this like security requirement validation, whether code changes comply with the custom security requirements that we have enabled it, or we can have security vulnerability findings in the code changes. So these are the three options that we can. So whenever we make a pull request, it will automatically trigger those things. So we need to make it sure we enable this and click over here and let's connect. Okay, so we have already connected. So it has already been enabled. So if you get some message like, okay, you don't have any security permissions being added, so you can add it. So you can go to the edit settings over here. You can choose again from here and save the changes. Now, once this one is done, let's go back to our GitHub over here. Now, this is the master branch. Let me go to view all branches over here. Now, let's create a new branch. Let's say development. Okay, so let's create a new branch. So this branch is there. Let me do one thing. I'll just go to here and let me make some changes over here. So let me copy paste this one. So I am editing over here. You can use your IDE or whatever you want. You can utilize this. This is just a demo purpose. I'm just copy pasting the same set of code and that's it. I can commit the changes. So this is the Copilot, remove duplicate variable declaration. So commit directly to the development branch, saving. So now I'll go to the pull request. So now I have to make a pull request, new pull request from your master to the development. Okay. No, from the development to the master. Okay. So these are the changes that are being there. So I added I just copy pasted those lines. So I'll just create a pull request. So that's the message if you want, and then create a pull request. Now, if you see over here, you can see checking the eligibility. So my AWS Security Agent kicks in. So it is reviewing my pull request and it will give me the feedback for this. So we need to just wait for it. So whatever email you have registered, you will get the notifications also there on your email with this account is being registered. So you can have it over there. Let's see, let's wait for it. So here you won't see anything over here happening over here. You can refresh over here. So it will just show you the GitHub account that and what is the connected integrations that we have. Okay, so here we go. So this AWS Security Agent, the code contains hard-coded cryptographic credentials with a PFX certificate. That is not good. That is a vulnerability. So there's a critical security vulnerability, exposes the private key used for PDF signing and all, etc. See, all those things are there. The Lambda execution rules should be configured with appropriate IAM permissions and all. So you can see it's quite detailed. So what is the issue? Is there any additional occurrences? Line number 38. Why is this important? So what is being recommended? And then we can resolve it. And then we can merge those things. So we can also give a feedback if you want. You can put a thumbs up or down. It's your choice. So this is how we can utilize this for the code review. So it's quite straightforward. So just you need to have integration being done over here and that's all. So we can have a code review being done. So let me go back to my space. You can see we have the code review done. So we can see the GitHub repos for which it has been enabled. If I go to my web interface over here, it will show me the GitHub repos as well as on which the integrations is being done. So we can go to the resources over here. We can check out over here. Okay. So this is how you can. Okay, now the next thing, let's go back to my space over here. So we have a design review. We have a web app that is for accessing basically the admin access. So we can, without any identity center user assignment, we can utilize this admin access. It's just like a portal. So we have the design review. So once we go over here, once we click on this, view security requirements. So these are the security requirements that we have. But I want to go inside this. Let me check over here whether we have the option over here, design review from the portal itself. Okay, so let's create review. So let's say uh, design review. So first of all, I will showcase you like I'm putting this in which clients traffic being sent to the load balancer, there is API gateway, there is a database, there is some monitoring happening, there is application servers, there is authentication and authorization happening, so storing the data and all. So this is a small like diagram for an application. So I will be uploading this. So these are the formats in which you can upload. So let's choose from here. Let me go to the music. Okay. So this is how I will be uploading this and start design review. Okay, so it is in progress. Till the time it is in progress, it won't take much time because it's just a small diagram. So you can input any high level diagram and get a feedback, get a review, what is missing, what need to be there. So all those things will be covered up in this. So, okay, let's go back till it processed that design. So there you can see there's a penetration testing. Once I go to this, okay, so you can see over here when I click on the pen test over there, you can see add domain. So I already have over here this one in my Route 53. So the very first time when you will do it, it will tell you to verify your records. So you need to validate that one. So it is like we can do it easily. So let me save this one. Okay, verify domain, you can see. So verification method using the DNSTXT record is pending. You can just select this. You can click the verify. Okay, so I think I'm already there. Let's try again. Okay, so you can see it is being verified. So you can click on the create DNS record, then click on the verify. So once it is being verified, so nothing to do over here. We are not going to touch anything. So you can see start in web. So you can see we did a design review. We have this penetration test over here. Okay, so our design review is already being finished. Let's have a quick look into it, what it has discovered. So you can see insufficient data, okay, compliant and all. So you can see log protection best practices. Let's see. So the result is insufficient data because the system includes monitoring and logging capabilities and handles data, but the documents do not describe the log protection measures such as how it is dealing with sensitive data, redaction log, integrity controls, and access restrictions. So this is not there. So, like authentication best practices. So we have insufficient data. So if you have a proper diagram, this is just I randomly picked up some diagram and just put it over here. So there is no details about the authentication mechanism like credential management, session handling, and security control used. So you can see remediation guidance. So if you're having an authentication method, so you need to specify that OAuth 2.0, JWT, API keys, password policies, if applicable. Is it there any multi-factor authentication requirement? And session management practices and all those things. So it's a quite detailed one. It's quite good. So it will give you a clear idea like what are the things need to be covered up. So we can also compliant if anything is there, non-compliant, insufficient data. So most of them are insufficient. So you can download some picture of your architecture diagram for an application. So and you can upload over here and you can get into a detail of this. Okay, so you can also download the report. Let's go back to the penetration test. Okay, so create your first test over here. Let's say PT test and the tag verified domains. We already have this. That's it. And we can choose over here exclude risk and all select risk types to include like code injection, JSON web token, path traversal, and all those things. So you can choose from here, arbitrary file upload and all, then out of scope, which URLs you need to keep it. So you can also choose the custom headers that we want to have it over here, then permissions over here. So I need to choose this and CloudWatch log. So all those things we need to set it up. So I'm not performing this. I don't want to showcase you the vulnerabilities that I have in my existing my website. So you can give a try on your, but you make it sure you need to verify that domain, then only you can have this done. So we can choose something like this code injection. It's just optional, even though if you don't choose it, it doesn't matter. You can just click next. Okay, so let me remove this. This here, it doesn't get refresh. There is some issue with the interface. Let me remove this. Next. Okay, HTTPS. It keep on showing their message. Okay, so nothing to select over here. VPC and all, nothing. So I think we can skip these things. These are additional. And if you have some resources, you can do it. So this is what we are creating it. Then we need to start this, start the run. And once this one is being finished, you can see over here, it is in progress. So it will give you what is the critical, what is high, medium, and low. So this one you can try yourself and see what are the, like if you have already have a Route 53 domain being added over here, so you can look into this penetration test. So we went through this code review, design review, and penetration test. So here the whole detailed report will be coming up over here that you can have a look into it. It will take some time. So you can see there is a pre-flight going on, static analysis, pen test, then the finalize. It will take some time. Okay, so do give a try to all those things and do let me know in the comment section. So in the upcoming video, we have some DevOps agent also that is again in the preview mode, so we can go through it. So do give a try to the security agent, integrate with your GitHub account, make some random private repo and try to see the suggestions being provided, like while you create a pull request while merging the code. So also give a try to the design reviews. If you don't have the domain, it's fine. You can skip this penetration test, and that's all. So do give a try and do let me know in the comment section. I hope you liked the video. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.